Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share one simple advice to dramatically increase your focus when you're at work. I was working with a leader called Victor. Victor is the head of risk and compliance for a big financial company in Australia. And he said something interesting to me. He said, Cyril, I'm dreading going back to my desk. And I'm like, what do you mean by you're dreading going back to your desk? He said, yes, when I have a meeting, when I come back to my desk, there is a queue of people who want to catch up with me. And so it's really hard for me to focus. It's really hard for me to work at my desk. There's always so many people interrupting me. So I made one suggestion to him. I said, well, Victor, you should batch the regular. And he was like, what do you mean by batch the regular? The regular are the people who regularly interrupt you. That's what I call the regular. The regular is all those people that come regularly and they want a piece of you and they want to ask you something. And batching the regular is for each of these people that regular interrupt you, think about how you can batch them. For example, you might say to one of your direct reports who is regular, say, well, Sue, rather than interrupt me all the time, why don't you and I have a one-on-one catch-up once a week? 25 minutes. A 25 minutes quick catch-up. And whenever I have something to say to you that can waste this catch-up, I'll write it down and I won't interrupt you. And the same for you whenever you have to say something to me that can waste this weekly catch-up, you write it down and you don't interrupt me. So we put that in place. A few weeks after, I asked Victor, say, how are you going with your regulars? How are you going with your interruption? And he said, Cyril, it's quite interesting. At the beginning, I had to educate my team. At the beginning, they were still coming, even if we had the system. So I had to ask them, can I wait the catch-up? They say yes. And say, well, write it down and let's talk about it in the catch-up. And he said, very quickly, I reduced by roughly 80 to 85% the amount of interruption I was receiving, which is significant, which is huge. But he said something else, really interesting. He said, the other thing that I didn't see coming is 50% of what people write down to talk to me, by the time we have the meeting, they have found a solution by themselves. It empowers them, rather than asking me all the time questions that they can find answer, actually empower them. 50% of the things they wanted to talk to me, they found a solution by themselves. Loved it. This is this week Work Smarter, Live Better tip. It is called batch the regulars. It is think about all the people that interrupt you and try to batch it once a day, once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever works for you. Hope you enjoy it and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.